Did anyone else watch the season 2 finale of House of the Dragon and think to themselves, what the hell is this thing? I'm of course talking about that weird monster thing that walks behind the weirwood when Daemon Targaryen goes into the courtyard with Alys Rivers. Well, I have some thoughts. The first is, could this just be another vision? We know Daemon has been having a number of weird visions since coming to Harrenhal, likely due to the curse of Harrenhal and the weirwood bed frame we're told about. I don't see the director just randomly throwing in a creature for the fun of it, so could this be a prophecy? Maybe since the creature has antlers or is wearing antlers, it could be about Robert Baratheon and House Baratheon, who is a crowned stag. My second thought is of the goat we've been seeing all season. So I just said I don't think the creators would throw in a random creature, but then there's this goat. Well, black goats have many different meanings in folklore in our world. In some incarnations, the black goat can represent Satan in the form of a satyr, which is a half man, half goat. In folklore, satyrs are said to be symbols of men with excessive sexual desires. We know Daemon was thinking of leaving Rhaenyra to pursue the crown himself. The sexual desires piece, I don't know if it makes much sense. Obviously, earlier in season 1, he was with a bunch of different women, and it doesn't look like we're getting nettles here, which I'll describe in a different video. So I think this is pretty loose. The only other thing is, a black goat could be another prophecy from the standpoint of, at a certain point in the main series, the Brave Companions take over Harrenhal, and their banner actually has a black goat. So maybe there's some connection there. My final guess, and I think this one is the correct one, is we are seeing a green man. In the history and lore, after many years of battle between the First Men and the Children of the Forest, their respective wise men came to the conclusion that the bloodshed had gone too far. They came together to make peace on the Isle of Faces in the God's Eye, which is very, very close to Harrenhal. They agreed to a pact which would give the First Men all the land except for the deep forests, which would remain under the domain of the Children of the Forest. The First Men also agreed that they would cut down no more weirwood trees, so that the gods could bear witness to the historic agreement. All the trees on the Isle of Faces would have faces carved into them, hence the name. And the Order of the Green Men would be created to guard them. The Green Men are the sacred order entrusted with the guardianship of the Isle of Faces in the Riverlands. Some nursery tales claim they are horned and have dark green skin. According to Old Nan, the Green Men ride elks and sometimes have antlers, although most people believe that their clothes are green and they wear headdresses that have horns. The location makes sense. They're at Harrenhal, and that is right near the God's Eye Lake and the Isle of Faces. We also have heard of them in the main story of Song of Ice and Fire, where Jojen Reed and Mira Reed tell Bran Stark that their father, or who we assume is their father, one time visited the Isle of Faces before going to the tourney at Harrenhal, in which we know Rhaegar Targaryen met Lyanna Stark, which kind of started everything that we know in the main series. That the dragon Seasmoke and his rider Adam Valerian visited the Isle of Faces before the Second Battle of Tumbleton. Going there, we don't know why he would. What we do know is that he flew from King's Landing to the Riverlands area, and it said he took counsel with the Green Men, but really his goal was to build an army, so not sure why the Green Men would have been consulted. So we don't have too much information on the Green Men, but I would love to get your thoughts. Who do you think this person or creature was, and what do you think their relevance to the story is? If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel, as we'll be doing a lot of House of the Dragon and A Song of Ice and Fire videos. I have just an absolute crazy video coming up about the War of the Five Kings. So again, like and subscribe if you want to get that video. Well, that's it from me. Take it easy, YouTube.